Good day everyone, and welcome to the Transport for Sydney Vlogs channel. I'm currently at Central Station and the open area where platform 14 begins, and this will be another Central Station update video. As I didn't notice any changes to Central Walk, for this month's update video I will be skipping Central Walk and the Chalmers Street entrance entirely, as that whole area there has opened and not much has really changed. So I'm going to focus entirely on the Sydney Terminal Area Reconfiguration project, which is basically all that is left to complete as part of, I guess, the wider upgrade to Central Station. So currently standing on platform 14, the fence is a bit low, so low enough for me to give you guys this unobstructed view of what the track bed on platforms 13 and 14 currently look like. And as many of you all may be aware, platforms 13 and 14 have been in the process of being reinstated over many months now, and there's still some work to be done. As you can see here, you've got track sleepers piled up just right in front of the buffer stops for platforms 13 and 14. So it looks like the track has been laid on this part of the platform. There are quite a fair few rails that are currently just sitting here right next to the track sleepers. But if I do zoom in and show you guys a closer view of what the track bed looks like on the other end, you'll notice that it could be that the actual running tracks have already been laid, although it's kind of hard to pick up on that as there's quite a fair few rails just sitting in between the two tracks that will actually be used for the trains. So you have quite a lot of rails. It does give you a bit of a false illusion that it's just tracks kind of sitting here and rails sitting here, but it looks like the tracks may have already been laid. As you can see, there's also ballast as well that's been fully spread out across the length of the platform. That's just a bit of a look as to what platforms 13 and 14 currently look like, particularly the track bed area. I'm filming this on Wednesday the 19th of June. So yeah, just past the middle of the month. We still don't know yet when the Sydney Terminal Area Reconfiguration project will be completed. I'm also not entirely sure if the completion of this project will coincide with when the new 2024 timetable is introduced, and I'm not too sure that will also coincide with when the new Sydney Metro line between Chatswood and Sydenham opens. So yeah, no official announcement has been made on any of these projects right now, but definitely exciting times ahead. So what I'll do now is I'll walk over to the end of platforms 13 and 12, which is the island platforms that I'm currently walking on, and maybe talk a little bit more about the Sydney Terminal Area Reconfiguration project. It's just not something that I've really talked too much about in previous Central Station update videos, but yeah, as I mentioned earlier, since most of Central Station's upgrade that is accessible to the public has now opened, so that's the North-South Concourse, Central Walk and the Chalmers Street entrance. This is Central Station update videos that I do plan to film over the coming months. We'll be focusing more on what's happening with the reinstatement of platforms 13 and 14 and the Sydney Terminal Reconfiguration project. So to go into more detail about what the Sydney Terminal Area Reconfiguration project is, it's basically simplifying and modernising the rail network, particularly the infrastructure in and around Sydney Yard. So that involves replacing signals and relocating them to new locations. It also involves replacing old rail infrastructure with newer rail infrastructure, so like new tracks, overhead wiring, removing redundant track infrastructure, and yeah, just replacing old signals and other trackside equipment as well. So the full purpose of this is to really modernize Sydney Yard and to allow a better flow of trains in and out of Central Terminal. The work also includes extending platforms 9 to 14 so that they are long enough to accommodate the new intercity fleet, which will probably mainly run in 10-car formations, particularly during peak hours. So yeah, the work that you see here right now is to extend platforms 10 and 11. That's also part of the Sydney Terminal Reconfiguration project, and to extend the length of these platforms so that the 10-car Marion D sets can be accommodated and can use these platforms once the NIF trains enter service, of course. So yeah, to allow this work to take place, parts of the platform, or parts of the under section of the platform which supports the platform itself, has had work done. You can see temporary wooden surfaces in place. That kind of marks the surface of the platform while work is happening to extend the length of the original platforms here. So it currently looks like work is taking place to build the foundation, which will support the extended part of the platform. And then you've got a temporary wooden surface right now, as well as the wooden hoardings. So all these hoardings, is to allow, I guess, for workers to safely perform this work, and to ensure that they have an area to work on that's segregated from areas which the public can walk on. So I don't want to show the camera in this direction for too long, as there are currently some workers on site performing work. And you've got wooden hoardings here as well on the southern end of platforms 12 and 13. And you can see there the track bed on this part of the platform, and looks like the tracks have not been laid on this part here, so just the section that will actually be used by 8-car and 10-car trains. Looks like only that section of the platform has had tracks laid. Also, as I probably mentioned in last month's Central Station update video, the junction to connect the line leading into platform 13-14 to the rest of Central Terminal, or Sydney Yard I should say, will probably be located somewhere further down the track, somewhere near where the Oscar is right now, that's about to pull into platform 11. So that's a bit of the area there south of the new platforms which are being reinstated. Currently got a vehicle on the track bed on this end of the platform, where the track bed for platforms 12 and 13 and 14. Also, already picked this up last time I was here, but also you got new light poles on this part of the platform, very similar to the ones that the stations between Bankstown and Sydenham are getting as part of the Sydney Metro conversion. So yeah, bit more progress to what it was like towards the end of last month, from what I saw from memory. But yeah, still quite a lot of work that's left to be done. But hopefully it won't be too much longer now until we can start seeing trains using platforms 13 and 14. Once these platforms do officially open and trains start running revenue services using platforms 13 and 14, I'll definitely come back and film a video, and maybe film a video of some of the first lot of trains which will test the new systems on this platform. In addition to Sydney Yard, the project also involves upgrading the section between Sydney Yard and Erskineville Junction, and that will allow South Coast Line services in the future to terminate at Central Terminal instead of most of them terminating at Bondi Junction, which has been the case for many years now, I believe. But yeah, this reconfiguration project also includes a wider scope that extends beyond just the Sydney Yard area. So yeah, I thought that was worth mentioning, as that's also part of the project. But yeah, basically what I've covered in this video sums up the objectives of this project. And yeah, I will aim to come back and film update videos every month, just to give you guys a view of what the area here that's currently being upgraded looks like and how it changes over time. And yeah, just to, I guess, keep an ear out and an eye out on the project overall. But anyway, that's basically all I wanted to cover for this video, so I'm going to wrap this one up now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like and favorite this video, and I will see you next time.